Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Sabhi boliye, everyone together. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Everyone together Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everyone together, Hare Krishna, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, सभी बोलिए, राम राम, हरे हरे, हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्णा, हरे हरे, हरे राम राम राम, हरे हरे. Everyone together. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare. Everyone together, louder. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Nitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Shitanath Premanande, Hari Hari Bolaman. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna everyone, happy Ram Navami. I would like to request everyone to please stand up. No. Yes, and please sing along. Yeah, you back me up. Sing back, whatever you. Jaya Gaur Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaur Nitai Jaya Gaur Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaura Nitai Jaya Gaur Nitai Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaur Nitai. Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Kichor Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Kichor Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Radha Gopinath, Radha Kichor Gopinath Radhe. Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaura Nitai, Jaya Gaur Nitai. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Jagannatha, Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra. চাঁদের আরতি কুশোভা কে বাজয় জয় গৌরা চাঁদের আরতি কুশোভা জাহ্নবী তাতাবানে জগমান লোভা জাহ্নবী তাতাবানে জগমান লোভা
বনে জাগমন লোভা
দক্ষিণিতাই চাঁদ বামে গগধারা
কিবা দক্ষিণে নিতাই চাঁদ বামে গদাধার কিবা দক্ষিণে নিতাই চাঁদ বামে গদাধার
নিকটয়া দ্বৈতাশ্রী वासा छत्रधारा
निकटे आदयित श्रीनि वास छत्रधारा
निकटया द्वैता श्रीनि वासा छत्रधारा
निकटे आदयित श्रीनि वास छत्रधारा
बसी अचल गौरचान रत्ना सिंहसानी
के बसे আছে গরাচান রত্ন সিংহাসনে
किब बसी अचल गौरचान रत्ना सिंहसानी
বসে আছেন গোরাচাঁদ রত্ন সিংহাসনে
आरती कोरे ना ब्रह्मा आदि देव गाने
आरती करेन ब्रह्मा आदि देव गाने
आरती कोरे ना ब्रह्मा आदि देव गाने
आरती करेन ब्रह्मा आदि देव गाने
नरा हरि आदि कोरी चमार ढुलाया
नारायण आदि करे Am I too loud?
के बनरा हरि आदि कोरी मुकुन्द बसु घोषयधिगाय सञ्जय मुकुन्द बसु घोषयधिगाय शङ्ख बजे घण्टा बजे बजे करताला शङ्ख बजे घण्टा बजे बजे करताला माधुरा मृदङ्ग बजे परम रसाला माधुरा मृदङ्ग बजे परम रसाला शङ्ख बाजे घण्टा बाजे मधुर मधुर माधुर बाजे
मधुर बाजे
शङ्ख बाजे घण्टा बाजे मधुर मधुर माधुर बाजे
शङ्ख बाजे घण्टा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे
मधुर 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 बाजे
मधुर 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 बाजे
मधुर 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 बाजे
मधुर बाजे
शङ्ख बाजे घण्टा बाजे मधुर मधुर माधुर बाजे
शङ्ख बाजे घण्टा बाजे मधुर मधुर
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
बहु कोटि चन्द्रजिनी वदन उज्ज्वला
वादन उजाला
give a bahu koti chandrajini vadana ujjwala
कि बाबा कोटि चन्द्रजिनी वदन उजाला
लाला देशे बाना माला कुरे झलमाला
देशे वनमाला कार जलमाला
गाला देशे बाना माला कुरे झलमाला
देशे वनमाला कार जलमाला
शिवा शुका नारदा प्रेमे गददादा
शुकाना राधा प्रेमे गदा गादा
शिव शिवा शुकाना राधा प्रेमे गदा गादा
शिवा शुकाना राधा प्रेमे गदा गादा
भक्ति विनोद देखे गौरार संपादा
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 गौरांगेरा रात को शोभा जग जन माना लोभा
तेरा रतिक शोभा जग जन मन लोभा
गौरांगेरा रात को शोभा जग जन माना लोभा
गौरांगेरा रतिक शोभा जग जन मन लोभा
गौरांगेरा रात को शोभा जग जन माना लोभा
गौरांगेरा रतिक शोभा जग जन मन लोभा
निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमाते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामी नित्यनामिने
तले श्रीमाते भक्ति वेदांता स्वामी ते नामिने
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादिशतारिणे
सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादिशतारिणे
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंदा
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंदा
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare
Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai
Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Gauranitai
Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Kichor Gopinath Radhe
Jaya Radha Gopinath Radha Kichor Gopinath Radhe
Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Jagannatha Jaya Baladeva Jaya Subhadra
Jaya
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Namaste Narasimhaya
Prahlad Hlad Daine
Daine
Hiranyakashipu Vakshaha
Hiranakashe Purvakshaha
Shilatankan Khalaye
Shilatangan Khalaye
Shilatankan Khalaye
Shilatangan Khalaye
Ito Narsimho Parato Narsimho
Ito नृसिंह परतो नृसिंह
ईतो नृसिंहो परतो नृसिंहो
ईतो नृसिंह परतो नृसिंह
यतो यतो यामि ततो नृसिंहो
यतो यामि ततो नृसिंह
यतो यतो यामि ततो नृसिंहो
यतो यतो यामि ततो नृसिंह
महे नृसिंहो हृदये नृसिंहो
आये नृसिंह हृदये नृसिंह
महे नृसिंहो हृदये नृसिंहो
आये नृसिंह हृदये नृसिंह
नरसिंहाधिं शरणं प्रपदे
नरसिंहामदिं शरणं प्रपदे
नरसिंहामधिं शरणं प्रपदे
नरसिंहामदिं शरणं प्रपदे
तव कर कमल वरे नखा अद्भुत श्रृंगार दलितो हिरण्यकशिपु तानुभृंगा केशवधीर्ता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
अवकर कमलवरे नगामद्भुत श्रृंगार दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृंगा केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नृसिंहदेव जय नृसिंहदेव जय नृसिंहदेव जय नृसिंहदेव
जय नृसिंहदेव 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 जय नृसिंहदेव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
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 गौर प्रेमानंदी
Hare Krishna. We'll now offer obeisances. So if you can, please lean down and touch your forehead to the ground. Jai Nityalila Pravishtom Vishnupad Paramhans Shri Shri 108 Shri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya, BBT Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय। राधा कृष्ण मिलित तनु विप्लम्ब विग्रह श्री गौर सुंदर की जय। श्री मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की जय। श्री मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री श्याम कुंड श्री राधा कुंड की जय। श्री श्री राधा क्षीरचोर गोपीनाथ की जय। श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। श्री जगन्नाथ श्री बलदेव श्रीमती सुभद्रा महारानी की जय। भक्ति विघ्न विनाशकारी नृसिंहदेव की जय। प्रहलाद महाराज की जय। श्री श्री राम नवमी की जय। श्री सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान की जय। राम नवमी महामहोत्सव की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि बोल। All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees, Hare Krishna. All glories, all glories, all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Picharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Happy Ram Navami, everyone.
Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Ram. So I'm going to ask everyone, I know you see the stage, but we're not facing the stage just yet. So we're going to face towards the Vyasa-san as we do every Sunday, please, to start. So if everyone can please take their seats, and if we can have the conversations left for the end of the program during Prashadam, please. So we're very fortunate to have here with us today our special guest, His Grace Kalakanta Prabhu, on this special occasion of Sri Rama Navami. So today we will have our special lecture by our special guest on the topic of Sri Ramachandra. We will also be having a special drama, which you'll hear a bit more about later. And then we will have a special arti for Sri Ramachandra, followed by the 8 o'clock arti, and then it'll be prashadam. So it is a longer program today. We appreciate everyone's cooperation. Hare Krishna, if we can please have the conversations stop right now. We have our program well underway. So I'll just give a brief introduction about His Grace Kalakanta Prabhu. He was accepted as a disciple of His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami in 1973, and he has served Srila Prabhupada by writing, lecturing, and managing many Krishna conscious projects. In 2006, he developed the highly successful Krishna House Ashram and School in Gainesville, Florida, which established a model for local youth outreach, which is now being adopted in several cities, including Toronto. Among Kalakanta Prabhu's various books and publications, A God Who Dances, which is a poetic rendition of Srimad Bhagavatam's 10th canto. As well, Prabhu has translated Srila Prabhupada's Guitar Gan and Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Sharanagati into English poetry, which is done for the first time. And recently, he has updated the English translation of the Songs of the Vaishnava Acharyas, which is a well-known collection of beloved Vaishnava bhajans. In addition to writing and other services, Kalakanta Das and his family are applying Srila Prabhupada's teachings on Varanashram culture by developing a farm in Florida. So please join us in welcoming Kalakanta Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Yeah, they're in my room. You want to get them? Yeah. Just a few. Okay. Thanks. Jai, thank you very much. Very nice to be here. Jai Shri Ram. Haribo. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janna Bala Bhagiri Varehari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janna Bala Bhagiri Varehari. Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana Jamuna Tiram Vanachari Jamunatiram Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varidhari. Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Yashoda Nandana Brajajana Ranjana. Jamuna Tiram Vanachari. Jamuna Tiram Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Jana Vallabha Giri Varidhari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sitaram, 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 Jaya Sitaram. Sitaram, Jaya 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 Sitaram, Sitaram, Jaya Sitaram. Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we're celebrating the appearance of Lord Ramchandra, who is the avatar of Krishna, his Leela avatar, come for the purpose of showing ideal leadership in this world. May I ask, who is here for the first time? Anyone here for the first time this evening? Please just raise your hand. Okay. Welcome. Okay, I'm going to turn this way to give the lecture then. Where are you from? Okay, a nomad, okay. Welcome. So today is such a very joyous and auspicious day. As mentioned, we're going to have some special ceremonies after class and after the drama. So today, when we observe the appearance of Lord Ram, we think about what is leadership. Krishna appears for a single reason, yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata, abhutanam dharmasya tadatmadam shajamiham, paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya chaduskritam. Krishna comes to establish spirituality and to rid the world of unwanted influences. And this was particularly true in his appearance of Lord Ram. We talk about Ram as the ideal leader, and yet each of us has some leadership role. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the great King Rishabdev taught his sons, Gurur nasasyat swajano nasasyat pita nasasyat janani nasasyat. This means that no one should become a guru, a teacher, a mother, or a father unless they can deliver their dependents from repeated birth and death. So the leadership roles that fall on all of us in the course of our lives, whether it is parents, whether it's as teachers, or leaders in any situation, the leadership roles that we play can be enhanced by understanding the example taught by Lord Ram. So that's what I'd like to speak about a bit this evening. So why do we follow any leader? There are generally 4 reasons why we would follow any leader, and in order of civility. I'm wondering about the talking. Should we? Tell you what, if you can hear me, please say shh. Thank you. The lowest class reason to follow a leader is fear. If I don't follow this person, I'm going to be threatened, I'm going to be excommunicated from the community, I'm going to be punished in some way. So for that reason, people may say, okay, I'll follow this person. The next motivation is ambition. If I follow this person, I'll get something back. I'll get something in return. So even if I disagree with this person's morals or their behavior, if I get some kind of benefit from it, I will ignore my own principle and accept this person as a leader. The next reason on the hierarchy of reasons to take a leader is duty. That, all right, I may or may not like this person, but it is my duty to follow the leader. It is just inherent because I'm not willing to take the responsibility. Therefore, reasonably, civilly, I should follow somebody who is so willing. But the highest reason to follow a leader is love. If we feel and so inspired by a person, by a leader, that we automatically give our allegiance, give our devotion, give our obedience, give our cooperation, that's the highest motivation. So when Lord Ram appeared, he showed us the ideal example of leadership by love. Lord Ram was a prince regent in the great kingdom of his father, Dasarath. And Ram was, as the eldest of 4 sons, the natural heir apparent to the throne. The people were very happy with this arrangement. Although they loved Dasarath, they loved Ram even more, and they were so pleased that he would become their next ruler. there was great harmony in this kingdom of Ayodhya. Ayodhya means a place without enemy, a place that is unconquerable. That is the kingdom of Lord Ram. So when Lord Ram was preparing to take the coronation, there was a plot in the palace headed by his stepmother, Kaikeyi, to replace Ram with her own son, Bharat. The king had he had 3 wives, and this second wife, Kaikeyi, was kind of a favorite, or third wife. She wanted her son to be the next king and not Ram. Now, it had so happened that Kaikeyi was an expert horsewoman. And once on the battlefield, although Dasarath was a great warrior, he had been overpowered and was on the verge of death when Kaikeyi came and rescued him. He was so grateful to her that he said, I'll give you any boon, take any 2 boons that you would like. So Kaikeyi said, my dear husband, you've given me everything. What possible boon could I ask of you? To which Dasarath replied, and husbands take note of this, he said, then later you can ask me for this boon. That was his mistake. So Kaikeyi kept that in her mind, and then, under the influence of a very ill-motivated servant, she came up with this plot to banish Ram to the forest as one boon and put her son Bharat on the throne as a second boon. So Dasarath was absolutely appalled by this request. He said, how can you do this? How can you do this? And she was adamant. She had been so misled. She was convinced that if she didn't put her son on the throne, that he would be somehow marginalized or even killed by Ram, which is, of course, not true. So Dasarath was forced to give this order to his son. And Ram, without any reluctance, accepted it. Now, his brother, Lakshmana, was not so cooperative, and he said, we should fight for this. This is your right to have this throne. But Ram he said, no, this is my father's order, this is what I'm going to do. Now, Ram's character was such that people admired and loved him, and therefore they were so distraught about this decision. And at the same time, Ram was unyielding in his principle. So as he was leaving the kingdom, all of the residents of the kingdom just followed after him. They didn't want to be separated from him. They basically deserted the entire capital city and followed him into the woods. So Ram, seeing this, stopped and camped for the night, and all the citizens made their own arrangements and stayed. And then when everyone was resting, Ram got up and proceeded on his pilgrimage, because he did not care. He did not want the citizens to be inconvenienced. So this is one of the great lessons of Ram's leadership. He put the welfare of his dependents above his own. This is a quality of great leaders, that the welfare of their children, of their students, of anyone who's taken their shelter, comes first, beyond their own considerations of any kind. Lord Ram showed this in this and many, many other ways. Of course, we might ask, if Ram was so concerned about the welfare of his citizens, then how could he leave them when it was breaking their hearts, when no one wanted him to leave? And the simple answer is that Ram knew his father Dasarath was still reigning in the kingdom, and that the kingdom was in good hands. So he had no trepidation about leaving the citizens. Of course, his father, on the other hand, could not tolerate this turn of events, and so he suffered a terrible broken heart, which ultimately led to his death within a few days. See, this was a terrible loss, but there had been some curse on King Dasarath from many, many years before. He was, as a prince, he was out hunting, and he had the ability to shoot his arrow just by hearing the sound of his prey. So kings and princes, although they would be vegetarians. They would practice their martial skills by hunting. And this was Dasarath's engagement when he heard this sound, which he mistook for an elephant drinking water from a lake. So he fired his arrow and then was appalled to hear a human scream, "Ah!" And he rushed to the scene and saw that his arrow had struck a young boy who was just filling a water pot. So the king apologized. "I'm so sorry, I didn't know." But the boy was mortally wounded. And he said, "I'm just getting water for my elderly parents, my mother and father. They're both blind, and they're completely dependent on me for everything. So now that you're taking my life, you please go and tell them what has happened." So with great anguish, seeing the boy die, Dasarath proceeded to the parents. And the parents thought, when they heard him coming, they thought, "Oh, our son has returned. Son, have you brought us the water?" Dasarath, with great pain, told them what had happened. And of course, the parents were stunned. Then the father said, "Now that you have done this, we can no longer live. Our lives are finished." So Dasarath apologized profusely, but the father was not finished. He said, "As I am dying now from a broken heart and separation from my son, so you shall also die." So Dasarath carried this curse with him for his life until this time when Ram was banished. So Dasarath then left his world in a broken-hearted state. So these pastimes of Lord Ram, we might wonder, why are they so full of setbacks and difficulties and tragedies? If this is the Supreme Lord himself appearing in this world, why would it not be very convenient and congenial and happy for all concerned? This is another quality of a great leader. There's no such thing as being a leader in a situation where everything is perfect. Leader, by definition, means we have to make decisions. We have to take responsibility for our children, for our students, whomever we are leading. It is our duty to take decisions and do the best we can. And this is not easy. It's difficult. It is often the case where there's apparently no good option, or maybe there's two good options. We don't know which one to take. So being a leader means that we have slightly fewer problems than those we're trying to help. We're not perfect, but somehow we have been put in a position of superior strength or intelligence or experience. So Ram kept his word to his father, even though it meant his father's demise. So the next quality of a great leader was exhibited by Lord Ram later on in his pastimes. This is the quality that the Bhagavad Gita describes as samadarshina, or equal vision. So Ram went onto the forest. He was accompanied by his beloved wife Sita. Even though he did not want to take her, she was adamant she would not stay in the palace without him. She gave up the comfortable life of the palace in exchange to be in the forest with her husband. So this was a joy for Ram in a way, but at the same time a liability. And indeed, in time, she was kidnapped by the wicked Ravana. Ravana played some trick. Sita was kidnapped, and then Ram had to enlist the help of the Vanaras, the residents of the forest, to rescue her. So Ravana was the ruler of Lanka, which is the islands just south of India. And that island was, Sri Lanka means like the Isle of Gold. It was a beautiful, opulent place. Ravana himself was a dedicated atheist, a dedicated misleader, the kind of person who would exploit everybody he could for his own aggrandizement. Therefore, his wicked presence in the world was one of Ram's purposes in descending in the first place, to relieve the earth of this burden. So in his fight with Ram, Ravana was advised by his brother Bibhishan to just return Sita. It's not worth trying to fight this great Ram. Just return, this is an inappropriate thing you've done. You should just return and have peace in the kingdom. But Ravana was determined to prove his own superiority. So he refused Bibhishan's advice. And in fact, he considered Bibhishan a traitor for even advising him in this way. So now considered a traitor, Bibhishana said, the only ethical thing I can do is to join Ram. So he made his way to Ram's camp and said, I would like to become part of your efforts to defeat my brother. Ram's associates were very skeptical about this person. Here is somebody from the enemy camp, the brother of his main enemy, coming to join your forces. How could we trust such a person? Even Ram's closest advisors, Hanuman, Lakshman, they all advised, don't take him in. But Ram saw in Vibhishana his sincerity, and he said, let us give him a chance. Let us give him a chance. So this is Samadarshina. A great leader will treat people equally regardless of their background. They will give everyone a chance to prove themselves. This means leaders are vulnerable. Leaders make themselves vulnerable by giving others a chance, even if there's some reason to be skeptical. And this is how leaders can empower their dependents, giving them the benefit of a doubt. Yes, a leader can do things better than the dependent, than the up-and-coming person. The leader can just do it themselves more easily. But the leader, a good leader will say, let me give this person a chance to grow, to develop, even if it means things are a little bit set back temporarily, while this new person is learning how to do things. This kind of leadership means that we care more for the benefit of our dependents than ourselves. This role of servant leadership we learned from Lord Ram. Finally, the great quality of a leader is that the leader will always seek to set a good example. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna speaks about this role of the leadership, or the leader. Acharati Shreshtas. Whatever actions a great man performs, the common man will follow. So the leader takes responsibility for his or her own behavior. For example, if you're a parent and you give your child some instruction, if there's any hypocrisy, the child will immediately spot it, right? So you know the famous story about Gandhi. Gandhi was approached by a mother, said, my son has diabetes, but he won't stop eating sweets. Would you please, he respects you so much, would you please tell him to stop eating sweets? So Gandhi said, come and see me tomorrow. So the mother was puzzled. She thought, why can't you just tell him right now? But she said, all right. So the next day, she brought the boy. Gandhi said, stop eating sweets. So the mother thanked him and said, why didn't you just tell him this yesterday? He said, because yesterday I had not stopped eating sweets. So this is the responsibility and the quality of the leader. Ram expected cooperation from his dependents, but he also gave full cooperation to his leader, his father. See? So these are the kinds of behaviors, seeing people equally and giving them a chance, seeing the followers as really the servants, rather the masters of the leader. In other words, being a servant leader and setting a good example. These kind of things engender love and respect in those whom we lead. In Lord Krishna's pastimes, he was once accompanied by all the gopis of Vrindavan. Lord Ram, of course, is Lord Krishna in a previous avatar, previous incarnation, earlier. But Lord Krishna was once asked by the gopis why it is that some people cannot reciprocate love. Love is something that must come voluntarily. Again, it's no motivation behind it. Not fear, not ambition, not duty, but just affection. So the gopis were these beloved cowherd maidens of Vrindavan who loved Krishna unreservedly. But they got a little proud of them, of their position being so dear to Krishna. And so, sensing their pride, Krishna disappeared, leaving the gopis in great anguish. Where has he gone? Where has he gone? So, there were many adventures in that pastime. But after some time, when the gopis had come together, when they had coalesced, when they had dropped any sense of pride or competition, and just come as one in their love for Krishna, Krishna returned to them. Now, Krishna was very... He left only because he does not like pride in his devotees. Pride is something that does not sit well in a leadership role, or even in a role of a devotee of God. So God, Krishna himself, disappeared. But when the gopis took this more humble position, he returned. No, so fearing that Krishna might leave again, they didn't want to rock the boat. But at the same time, they wanted to know, why is it that some people cannot reciprocate love? So they asked him in that way, Krishna, why is it some people cannot reciprocate love? They didn't say, why did you leave us? They said, why can't some people reciprocate love? So Krishna said, there's three kinds of people. There are people who love when they are loved. But that's more of a business deal than actual love. You love me, I'll love you. You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. Then Krishna said there are people who give love even when they are not loved in return. Those people are either true friends or parents. Parents love their children unconditionally, just by nature. And then he said there are those who, even when they are loved, cannot give love in return, or do not give love in return. And those people, he said, are either great yogis who are self-satisfied, or just plain selfish. And then he asked the gopis, are you thinking maybe that I'm that kind of person? Your love, that I'm not able to, or I don't care to reciprocate your love? He said to them, that's impossible. It's just, I cannot repay your love. Your love for me is so great, there's no way I could reciprocate with it. Therefore, your love itself will have to be its own reward. So when the leader is loved, the people will follow automatically. And why is the leader loved? Because the leader loves the people. Krishna loved the gopis so much. He could not even understand the depth of their love. Therefore, he came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Krishna Varnam Twisa Krishnam Sango Pangastra Parshadam. He is Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, is Krishna himself, but he comes in the role of a devotee, just to experience the love that a devotee has for Krishna. That is the one thing that we can give Krishna that he does not possess. That is our love. Right? Because love is voluntary. It cannot be coerced. If you hold a gun at my head and say, do you love me? I will say, yes, I love you. But is that really love? So the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Ram or Lord Krishna or Lord Chaitanya, they could coerce us to love. But then the loving aspect, the voluntary aspect of giving our love would be gone. So for this reason, Krishna descends as Lord Ram or as Lord Krishna or as Lord Chaitanya, ultimately to invoke our love for him. Sometimes people who are atheists will ask, why doesn't God just reveal himself and put the whole question to rest? If God would just show up for 5 minutes, stand on that stage, give a little talk, show some miracle, then, okay, then there wouldn't be any question, theist, atheist. And I may even do him the big favor of believing in him. The problem, of course, with this attitude is that it does not take into account one's own character or one's own behavior. Why should such a powerful, wonderful person appear to us? What is our qualification? If we wanted to see the Prime Minister of Canada, could we just walk in the office and say, okay, I'm here. Come on out. No, we'd have to go through a secretary. We'd have to go through a representative. So in the same way, Krishna does appear, and he does make himself available to us through his incarnations, through his avatars, but most readily through his representatives, through the spiritual masters, the spiritual teachers, the great gurus and leaders in the spiritual science that really guide humanity. So a spiritual leader, just as we're talking about the qualities of a leader, we must know who is a genuine spiritual leader. Otherwise, we might accept somebody out of sentiment. So as my last point this evening, I'd like to just talk for a few moments about what are the qualities of a genuine spiritual leader. All of these things exhibited by Lord Ram, selflessness, open-mindedness, and the willingness to give people a chance, all of these things are exhibited by genuine spiritual leaders. It is said there are many gurus who can take your money, but very few who can take your karma. The genuine guru, the genuine spiritual teacher, is there only for the benefit of his or her dependents. There is no ulterior motive whatsoever. There is no fee, there is no condition. They give the knowledge to help us in our spiritual lives freely. Just as a waterfall will constantly pour water over the edge. So spiritual teachers, genuine spiritual teachers, are always giving of themselves for the benefit of others with no ulterior motive. Just as smoke rises automatically, so similarly love and respect for such a person will automatically be instigated in the heart. Srila Prabhupada, our spiritual master who founded this wonderful Krishna consciousness movement, he was such a leader. He came to America in 1965 with no resources, no context, just a 1-month sponsorship by a stranger. He was 70 years old. He nearly died on the trip. It wasn't on a jet, it was in a boat, a steamship, a cargo ship at that. And Srila Prabhupada's whole purpose was just to give the people of the West a chance to understand this ancient and beautiful science of Bhakti Yoga. He had no other motive. He had no condition. He was just there out of his love and care for us. I had the privilege of seeing Srila Prabhupada about 50 times, giving classes, morning walks. Wherever I saw him, he was always the same. He was always talking about Krishna. He was always teaching us. He was always trying to inspire and help us. And the evidence of his love was palpable. Srila Prabhupada never asked anything of us except to add the beautiful practice of Bhakti Yoga to our lives. That practice of Bhakti simply means that one is giving one's devotion to the Supreme Lord instead of to the material world. This is how genuine spiritual leaders work, just to help the dependents. Srila Prabhupada also did not make any distinction. Many teachers in India would say, don't leave India, never mind the people outside of India. They are low class, they are uncultured, they are uncivilized. You cannot help them, they're too far gone. But Srila Prabhupada did not see us like that. Even though our backgrounds were very degraded and very much against the principles of cultured people and Vedic civilization, Srila Prabhupada nonetheless gave us every opportunity to add Krishna to our lives. And for so many of us, it has made all of the difference between a life of confusion and unhappiness and a joyful, fulfilling life of spiritual realization. So the genuine leaders do this for the benefit of others. All Srila Prabhupada really asked of us is to pass it on and do the same. So that's what we try to do here at ISKCON Toronto. All the devotees work hard to maintain the deity service, the very beautiful darshans that we get, to provide the kirtans, the plays, the prasadam, to keep the temple organized and clean and growing and developing. It's a selfless act of love, inspired by Srila Prabhupada, inspired by this great spiritual leader. In his elder years, from 70 to 81, before he left this world, he started centers like this all over the world. And those centers now are increasing in number rapidly, especially here in southern Ontario. Many new centers popping up. So I encourage you all, please take advantage of the gifts of these great leaders. The avatars, Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, Lord Chaitanya, and their representatives such as Srila Prabhupada. Because this is a truly selfless gift that he has brought us, the gift of bhakti. It's a simple practice of chanting the holy names of the Supreme. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Lord Shri Sita Rama ki jai. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. We have time for questions. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Sorry.
Hare Krishna. Okay, we're going to get an exciting announcement any moment.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you, Kalakanta Prabhu. That was such a nice class. Is there anyone here who has any questions, reflections, anything that you could resonate with in the class today? Okay, so we'll move on to the next part. We want you to do some appreciation.
Okay, sure, go right.
Give you this one. All right, so we'll move on to the next part. So before we move on, I just wanted to quickly ask, is there anyone here who finds satisfaction in cleaning their home or room or office or any area, kitchen? Is there anyone who likes to clean? Okay, Dhanraj Prabhu. Okay, so there are so many. Okay, am I audible now? Okay, so I'll repeat the question. Who all like to clean their home, their office, their study desk, their kitchen, and they find satisfaction in it? Okay, I'm also one of them. I want to introduce you all to 3 wonderful Vaishnavis in this community who also find satisfaction in cleaning the temple every Sunday without fail. And that's so nice, such a nice service. Why? Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has also emphasized on the importance and spiritual significance of cleaning the temple. Does anyone know what is it? Sorry? Yes, that the pastime of Gundicha Marjanam. Through that pastime, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exemplifies and shares the significance and importance of cleaning the temple. It helps us to clean our heart as well. So please join me in appreciating Geeta and her team. So Geeta is wonderfully and beautifully leading her team, and every Sunday they clean the temple very beautifully and very nicely. And next is Antora. And the other one is Kanika. If you're inspired to join their team, please reach out to Geeta. And appreciation is still not complete, because guess what? This wonderful service for the Lord is done and managed by a wonderful couple. They're very nice, very sweet. You know them for sure. There are many good things about them, but this is the best thing, that they are sponsoring all the supplies for this. That's Yashoda Priya and Gopal Prabhu. So on behalf of temple management, thank you, Geeta and Yashoda Priya, for doing what you're doing. And one last thing is, you see the books here? This book is Krishna Meditations. There's so many bhajans that our acharyas have written, but they are in Sanskrit and in Bengali, which is very nice, very beautiful. However, for devotees like myself, it's sometimes very hard to understand without translation. So Kalakanta Prabhu has written the English translation of word to word in this book, so you can actually sing the Sanskrit Bengali along with English translation. Would you like to share something about this book?
Well, Srila Prabhupada encouraged us to make the knowledge of bhakti available to audiences in other languages. So these beautiful bhajans express the ideals of bhakti in a beautiful poetic language, and in the English translation we can appreciate them more readily. That is our attempt. So you sing in Bengali, then sing in English, then they have that meaning. So we have a few copies. I'd be happy to sign them after class if anyone would like.
Thank you so much.
So we have a few minutes, so we can have one question. So I know we had a question and answer with Kalakanta Prabhu on Friday. Did anyone have any question that they maybe didn't get a chance to ask? Okay.
Hare Krishna, Kalakanta
Hi,
Prabhu.
Bonus
Thank you for
Prabhu.
visiting us. My question is, how do you and your God brothers and God sisters maintain the enthusiasm to serve Srila Prabhupada after his departure?
How do we maintain the enthusiasm to serve our spiritual leader after his departure? Yes, Srila Prabhupada passed away in 1977, so nearly 50 years now. Srila Prabhupada gave us a very simple set of instructions, universal for all of his students. That is to live a clean life, refraining from observing a vegetarian diet, for example, and avoiding certain self-defeating behaviors that are very commonly observed in India, but not so much in the West. So, in addition, he encouraged us or directed us to chant the Hare Krishna mantra for 2 hours or 16 rounds every day. That's a practice that we have maintained, and by simply maintaining that, the enthusiasm has always been there. My life before Krishna was hellish. It was full of anxieties and uncertainties and ignorance, and I'm so grateful to Srila Prabhupada. I feel that my peers who are also continuing their service for Prabhupada also feel that unforgettable transformation that took place when we began chanting. In the Gita, Krishna says, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam. That if we try our best to offer our love for the Supreme Lord, that the Lord reciprocates by giving us enthusiasm, knowledge, direction in the heart. So this was Srila Prabhupada's instruction to us, knowing he would not be present with us indefinitely, but through the holy name we would always be connected and we would get inspiration from Krishna. So the best advice I could offer is just to maintain the simple directions from our great spiritual leader, Srila Prabhupada, not just for his immediate disciples, but for any follower, for generations to come. Then there'll be enthusiasm and connection. Is that all right?
Thank you.
Okay. I should add, of course, his books. We maintain enthusiasm by reading any of the 70 books that he translated and reading them regularly. Okay.
Thank you, Kalakanta Prabhu. So if anyone would like to get a copy of Prabhu's book, Prabhu will be here. So during the 8 o'clock Aarti, you can see him to get your copy. And so just a few announcements about the upcoming days. So Tuesday is Kamada Ekadasi. So this is April 8th. And we will break fast on the 9th between 6:44 and 11:07 Toronto time. We have ongoing daily japa sessions, which you can chant your 16 rounds together virtually from 5 to 7 a.m. every day. You can get more information by scanning the QR code available at the front desk. We also offer many in-person and Zoom classes. You can get the details on the notice board or also by joining our WhatsApp group. You can visit Govinda's, our temple restaurant, on our premises. And today we have special Panipuri Mishti Doi noodles, and it's all made from scratch by our chef, Dwarkanath Prabhu. You can get more details about all our activities. Oh, one more. Our matchless gift shops, our temple boutique. You can get devotional clothing, gifts, and other devotional paraphernalia. For any information about all our activities, you can visit our website, www.torontokrishna.com, for more details like darshan times, events, and festivals. So we'd like to thank today's cooks, Radha Vinod Prabhu, Bhadra Krishna Prabhu, and Aditi Mataji. And Festivals like today would not be possible with a lot of support. First of all, I would like to thank our Pujari team. I know the altars are closed right now, but as usual, they've gone above and beyond. For anyone who joined us for morning program, sometimes on festival days, we have a little delay in the Darshan Arti. We had this happen on Gaur Purnima and again today. So they're taking extra time to get their lordships ready on these special occasions. So they looked really beautiful, and they'll look even more beautiful again at our 8 o'clock Arti in their night outfit or their pajamas, which is a unique darshan to get. So we'd like to thank our Pujari department. And we have a lot of sponsors who have made today possible. So we'll start with the feast sponsors. So we have our first sponsor, Ashwani Kapre. Second sponsor is Himadri and Kayur Joshi and family. Third sponsor is Jagannath Krishnadas and Jai Shri Radha Priya Devi Dasi on their daughter Malika's birthday, which was on April 7th, or is on April 7th. We have one monthly anonymous sponsor and 3 anonymous sponsors. So it's on April 5th, sorry, it was yesterday, the birthday. And we have one more sponsor, Dharmini Sangat, for her father, Rajesh Sangat's healthy recovery. And we also have 3 anonymous sponsors. So a lot of sponsors for today's feast. Additionally, so we have festival Didi garlands sponsored by Shalini Mataji and Gopal Krishnan Prabhu. And the garlands for Sri Ramachandra were sponsored by Raghunath Sampat. So let's chant the Mahamantra all together to thank all our sponsors. And I'll ask Kalakanta Prabhu to lead us in the Mahamantra.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
So for the rest of today's program, we will shortly be having a dramatic presentation that will be followed by Arti for Sri Ramachandra. This will be performed by His Grace Shubhalas Prabhu, and the kirtan during this will be led by Ashalata Mataji. So Prabhu and Mataji are some of our senior Prabhupada disciples, so we're fortunate to have them here today for today's festival as well. And today's drama is very special. It's entitled Ram and has been written by our very own Bhakti Marga Swami. But Maharaj is actually not here today. I know we're used to dramas presented by Maharaj himself, but he's actually set the tone for the next generation of our dramatic presentations with establishing ISKCON Toronto's Drama Club. So today's drama is presented by ISKCON Toronto's Drama Club and has been directed by Arena. And this is all under the direction and inspiration of His Holiness Bhakti Marg Swami. So we're definitely going to enjoy today's drama. So we can ask everyone to start facing towards the stage. And just for the devotees who are very close to the stage, we need about a 1-foot perimeter around the stage. If you can just take a step back a little bit. So some devotees have their bags and stuff right there. If we can just make sure there's a 1-foot radius around the stage, the actors do need to move around.